Every time I film one of these things, I get super sweaty. Don't know what it is. Maybe I'm nervous to tell you about my life. I'm back! Hi everybody, welcome to episode 4 of the Breakup Cabaret, where I'm sad but in song. So it's better. I apologize. No, I'm not going to apologize. No apologies. I know it's been a while since I last updated. My life has been crazy, and also keep in mind that I do this for free, so I only can fit it in where I can, but I'm really excited that I recorded another song for you today. Today is Sunday, June 12th, so happy Pride Month. So I've got my rainbow beaded earrings on. I'm going to look up this artist. I got these from a market in Sudbury. I'm going to try and look up this artist and put their website or their Facebook profile or whatever I can find in the description below, so check that out. If you like this video, please go to my Patreon page and sign up to become one of my patrons. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month just to keep me going and doing this project for as long as I can without having to starve. So today's episode starts a block of Stephen Sondheim songs. If you don't know who Stephen Sondheim is, he's my favorite composer of all time. He writes incredible music and lyrics that are really gifts to both actors and musicians because they have intense depths that you can explore as a performer and find new meanings in all the time. This is why I'm like, this is one of the songs where I was like, I really wish I had a director for this project because I had so many different directions that I could go with this song. But I think I found a focus that I'm happy with. Stephen Sondheim passed away recently, and I don't think I've cried that much at a celebrity death in like 5 to 10 years, possibly ever. When I heard his voice in Tick, Tick, Boom, knowing that that was the last thing he had recorded, I wept profusely. Sondheim has been really important to me because he writes characters that I understand and who are complex and beautiful in their complexity, even if they make poor choices. If you don't know this about me, I actually did a Stephen Sondheim cabaret about 7 years ago now, something like that. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. But you can check out the photo gallery of that show through my website, which is linked below. Everything is linked below. That's where links go. Today's Sondheim song is Losing My Mind from Follies. And this song really resonates with me, not only because I have confusion about my romantic interactions all the time, but because I am actually insane. Having complex post-traumatic stress disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, I guess, fits that definition of being insane. I am not sane. And realizing this has been an intense journey for me. People like to make jokes about PTSD all the time. It happens almost every day, honestly, in my life, where someone's like, oh my God, that's totally gonna give you PTSD, or like, I have such PTSD about this thing that was really hard. And sometimes I just want to take those people by the shoulders and be like, you do not have PTSD. One thing that I try to keep in mind is that PTSD can come from really anything. There is no measure of how traumatic something has to be for you to get PTSD from it. You can have that response to what other people would consider normal events or everyday events. Like it's totally personal how your body will react to something. A car accident, for example, can be incredibly traumatic for one person and not a big deal to somebody else, even if they both got up and walked away. You know, it's all a very personal experience. But I get really frustrated when people reduce it to a joke because it affects my life every day. One symptom of having complex post-traumatic stress disorder is that your interpersonal relationships suffer because you can't relate to people the same way that you used to. And it's really hard to figure out how to be the person that you are now instead of grasping for the person that you were before you were traumatized. In the case of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, most of us don't have a before. We've been traumatized our whole lives. I have before and after certain incidents, but I don't remember a time of my life where trauma wasn't a huge part of it. So having this trauma reduced to a joke is really painful on some days. And sometimes I don't know how to tell people, I don't appreciate that, or that hurts me, or I do have PTSD, actually, already. Sometimes it makes people really uncomfortable. And I wish my existence didn't make people uncomfortable. Sometimes when I feel that someone is thinking, are you insane about me? I just want to be like, yes, yes, I am insane. I do not function the way that other people do. I wish I did. I wish I could just forget the shit that I don't want to remember, but I can't. Last night, I heard a popping noise one time and became convinced that there was a raccoon in my apartment and I wasn't going to be able to sleep until I found the raccoon. I know that this is not a logical thought. I know that it isn't real, but my body doesn't know that. So I respond in the way my body is telling me to, which is that there is a raccoon in your apartment and you are in danger and you need to deal with this. I have these kinds of responses all the time. Sometimes people who are trying to be supportive of me will say stuff like, just let it go. Just don't think about it. Just do this. Just, as if it's so simple. And I want to tell them, my brain doesn't work. I cannot do the things that you believe are easy because my brain doesn't work. But even when I'm on these angry tirades in my brain about being insane and not being able to function the way that other people expect me to, I also feel this overwhelming guilt and this deep sadness. Because even though I am insane, and even though my brain doesn't work, I would like happy things. I would like to experience love in my life. I would like to be cared for in a way that is supportive, instead of in ways that minimize my needs, which is what I've experienced for a lot of my romantic life, certainly. I would like to feel like I'm allowed to be the person that I am when I go to work or when I go to the grocery store or when I go on a first date. In the past couple of months, I feel like I've given up. I've given up on the idea that I can have care in my life. I don't feel worthy of love. The only thing that echoes in my brain is that I'm insane. And that's not to say I'm not well, because I'm getting better. You know, I'm working very hard to heal myself and to exist in a way that is healthy for me and healthy for the people in my life. It's hard though. It's really hard. It's hard to accept that I won't be sane again. And that's what this song means to me. Losing my mind is about this, this struggle of being like, what is a normal response to anything? It's about not knowing how to interact with other people. It's about not understanding when you're reading into something, or if you're just trusting somebody. I've trusted a lot of people who've hurt me. And I think I don't know how to do it again.
The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you. I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. The morning ends, I think about you. I talk to friends, I think about you. And do they know? It's like I'm losing my mind. All afternoon, doing every little chore. The thought of you stays bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights and think about you, spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, or were you just being kind? Or am I losing my mind? I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. Does no one know? It's like I'm losing my mind. All afternoon, doing every little chore. The thought of you stays bright. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights and think about you, spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, or were you just being kind? Or am I losing my
This episode kind of feels like a hot mess. But you know what? I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess all the time. I'm a continuity supervisor and my hair is going all over the place for this whole episode. So, you know, it's a mess. It's a mess. Whatever, but it means something to me. And that's why I do this project, because it means something to me, and I hope that it means something to you too. And if it doesn't, that's okay. That's why I'm not charging money for this. That's why I'm just doing this when I can, because it feels good for me. And it's not harming other people for me to be singing at my iPhone every couple of weeks about how crazy I am. So If you are here, I appreciate you so deeply. And if you don't want to be here, you don't gotta be. Thank you for loving my mess. And thank you, Stephen Sondheim, for understanding the complexities of being a person. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Please remember to check out all of the links in the description below. There's a ton of good stuff in there. Below, how do you point down when I have to raise my hands to be in the frame? Okay, bye!